Being trap controlled in backcourt by Point Park. Now is a big pileup. No jump ball called. Pioneers finally get it into forecourt. The jumper is good right off the bat by Jeff Phillips. Surprise starter here tonight, and the Pioneers are on top 2-0.
Little roller derby there in the beginning. Everyone on the floor, and no call was the call.
Jackets in action. Darren Walls goes up, has the ball knocked away. Jackets get it back. They're on Hogue. Turnaround jumper ties the ball game at 2. And we've used 30 seconds, and it's going to be fast and furious here tonight. I think Frank looks like, I'm pretty sure, just looking at the stats, we're going to have a high-scoring game.
Rudy Marisa again predicting that, as both teams are high-powered offenses.
And the Jackets in a zone as the Point Park Pioneers work the perimeter of it. Working out on the point now is Matrashka. He's out there with Snyder, goes to him, now into the corner. Over on the left side, Phillips again. Jumper is good. That's 2 for him, and Point Park leads it 4-2.
That was a 19-footer from the left side.
Here's McAllister with the ball for Waynesburg. Goes top of the key to Walls. Now high post Montgomery, and he's fouled as he turns to shoot. And Robb will go to the line to shoot, having been whacked in the act. 18:54 left to go in the first half. Just getting underway here in Pittsburgh, and the Pioneers have the ball. Jackets back in their zone as Point Park, in the person of Ken Snyder, moves it into forecourt, and they set it up against the zone. Snyder goes way outside to Phillips. Now into the corner it goes. Back to Phillips again. Now to the point to Snyder. Back to Phillips. He's open. Takes it to the baseline. Doesn't shoot. Comes back outside. Into the lane it goes. And walking called on Mike Carr. Mike Carr posted up high. And the big guy, 6'8", from Baltimore, walks with the ball.
Credit the sliding zone of Waynesburg College for creating that. They collapsed around them. He had nowhere to move. Had to take the walk in the paint.
So the Jackets with a chance for their first lead of the night as they bring it into forecourt. Pushkar shoves it in the corner to Montgomery. Now to Walls, who starts inside. Jumps it off Montgomery. Jumper good. Baseline shot, Rob Montgomery.
Good assist that time by Walls, who everybody went for the ball, and Darren had it in the paint and slipped it off to the baseline.
So the Jackets on top for the first time this evening. It's a 6-4 basketball game. Point Park with a chance to tie this trip down. And at the top of the key with it is Snyder. He goes in the wing to Merriweather. Now around the horn it goes once again. Back to Snyder into the corner to Phillips. Jumper is good. Well, he's hot. Phillips, 6 of the points of all of 6 of the Point Park Pioneer point. And all of them have come from outside. We're tied at 6. Point Park has yet to penetrate on the Yellow Jacket zone. Here's Waynesburg with Hogue handling on the right side. Now goes to Pushkar. Pushkar to Walls, top of the key. Darren looks like he's going to start inside. Now pulls back and draws the whistle. We get a whistle away. 3-second violation against Waynesburg.
And who is this? Jeff Phillips. He's a junior, and he graduated from Bethel Park High School and does a very, very fine job. He's a student of Red Ryan's out at Bethel Park.
Was not supposed to start tonight. A surprise starter by Jerry Comboy, and he has all 6 of their points. Now a steal by Waynesburg. Pushkar on the steal. Brings it into forecourt. Baseline. It goes to McAllister. Forces one up. It's no good. Sean looked lost amongst the tall guys there. And now a fast break the other way, and Point Park loses it out of bounds. Bob Matrashka couldn't hold on to it down along the baseline. And the Jackets quickly in forecourt. Long pass Hogue is knocked away, but the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Waynesburg's ball.
Excellent defense by the point guard, Kenny Snyder, who's really playing tough in a great position that time. Theron Hogue had the lead pass. Snyder broke it up.
And the Jackets inbounded from the side there end to Hogue. Hogue double-teamed, has to dump it back to McAllister. Sean brings it to the point against the Pioneer defense. It goes to Pushkar. Jumper, no. Follow, no. Rebound taken by Point Park. And quickly into forecourt, Matrashka brings it down the right side. Now goes in the lane to Snyder. Baseline jumper. Phillips, good. Jeff Phillips, red hot, has all 8 of the Point Park's numbers on the board. Now the Jackets into forecourt. Walls turns it over on the end of a fast break off the inbound play. Darren lost the handle down on the baseline, and Point Park with a chance to take a 4-point lead as they go into the corner to Phillips once again. Now back outside to Snyder. To Phillips again. He's open, doesn't shoot. The lob in the lane, stolen away by Waynesburg. Re-steal by Point Park. Matrashka in the lane, knocked away by McAllister. Loose ball picked up by Matrashka, and he'll take it to the corner. Now lob it out near midcourt to Snyder, and they'll set up a half-court offense.
Shot clock comes at 32.
And working the outside is Snyder with Matrashka. Every now and then to Randolph on the wing. And now high post, Randolph, jumper up and good.
Good touch. He got the roll that time. Beautiful touch by the senior Kelly Randolph. from the state of Virginia.
And it's the Pioneers by 4 now, 10-6, biggest lead of the night either way. And we're down to 15:52 to go in the first half. Waynesburg with the ball, and we get a turnover. Rick Pushkar called for walking out near the top of the key, and now the Pioneers with a chance to up their lead by 6 this trip down the floor. Don't want to get too far behind his team because they're going to be tough to come back on. Here comes Snyder walking it over the timeline. He looks down low, moves some people around, and now goes to Matrashka, back to Snyder, and now high post jumper. No, fake into the lane. Shot up, blocked, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Point Park ball.
Darren Walls that time. Good defense, knocking it out of bounds. Shot clock at 44. A lot of time for Point Park on this possession.
On the inbound, Matrashka, three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Montgomery for Waynesburg. Ahead to McAllister, to Walls in the fast break. Darren, one-on-one, slams it home.
Whoa, he is fast from the foul line in. Puts the Michael Jordan slam right down.
And that brings Waynesburg back to within 2 at 15:20 to go in the first half. Here comes Point Park as Jerry Conboy's up off the bench. He didn't like the way they let Waynesburg just have their way on the fast break that last time following the steal. Into forecourt it comes, into the corner to Phillips, back out to Matrashka, to Phillips again on the right side. Matrashka again, top of the key. Now with a bounce pass goes to Snyder. Pass into the lane, knocked away, but Point Park up with it as Carr comes up with it off the floor, and they set it up on the perimeter once again. Back outside to Randolph, top of the key, and now around the horn to Phillips. Phillips, bomb, good. Three-pointer for Jeff Phillips. He has 11 points already, and it's 13-8, Point Park.
A 20-footer.
Jackets, forecourt. Walls, 18-footer, no. Rebound, bounces into the corner, tracked down over there by Point Park. That's Carr with the basketball. Clears it to Snyder in backcourt, forecourt to Phillips, doesn't shoot. Back to Phillips again from the corner, blocked by Montgomery, and a foul called against Point Park following the block shot. Rob Montgomery there. Finally, they put somebody in Phillips' face, and Robbie rejects him.
Jeff Phillips picked up the personal foul. The shot was blocked by Rob Montgomery.
He's hot. Somebody's got to get out there with a hand in his face there. Here's Waynesburg into forecourt. Here's a 15-foot jumper, Rick Pushkar, which is in, and Pushkar brings Waynesburg back to within 3.
Senior move by Rick, using the shoulder well in the lane.
Now some backcourt pressure by Waynesburg. Point Park breaks it, and a foul called as they come into the lane. Carr, going down the lane, was fouled by Rick Pushkar, who reached in, and I think they're going to call it a shooting foul. Let's see.
Two-shot foul.
And it's 14-10. Point Park. Waynesburg with the ball. McAllister into the lane. Pushes one up. It's no good, but a foul called on the play. Sean used the glass, and it caught the front of the iron, but wouldn't go down, and Sean will go to the line to shoot 2. And it's a 2-point basketball game, 14-12. Pioneers lead, but here's full-court pressure by Waynesburg now, and the Pioneers are bothered by it in backcourt, and now they break it into forecourt with a pass to Carr. Carr to Matrashka, back out to Snyder at the point, and they'll set up now a half-court offense after breaking the Waynesburg press. And it's Matrashka handling it out top of the key. Goes with a pass to Snyder. And into the corner it goes to Phillips on the left side. Back it around the horn as Matrashka goes with a bounce pass. Now in the lane to Randolph. Power move. Shot up, and it's no good. Rebound taken by Point Park. Phillips with a rebound. Brings it back outside with a dribble, and they work it around again. Down low on the baseline to Randolph. And a shot rejected out of bounds. Point Park ball.
Darren Walls that time from the back makes the block of the shot. What a beautiful block that time without a foul on Mike Carr.
14-12 the score. Point Park leads it. They have the ball, and they'll inbound it from their baseline with 13-15 left to play in the first half. And they inbound it to Randolph. Now back to Phillips, and top of the key it goes to Matrashka, and they set it up. On the left side is Snyder. Snyder fakes his man up into the air, does not shoot, dumps it back to Matrashka. Back to Snyder again. Now a low post pass into the lane, knocked away, and they say last touch by Kelly Randolph. They had him posted up low, and the bounce pass deflected, and Kelly got a hand on it as it went by. So Waynesburg with a chance to tie now as McAllister brings it into forecourt, moves to the top of the key, takes a jumper. It's good. A stop and pop. Sean McAllister ties the ball game at 14.
So Rick Pushkar and both Sean McAllister and Pushkar score from 15 feet. Now a foul in the backcourt.
On Waynesburg, McAllister going for the steal, working against Ken Snyder on the full court press, called for the personal foul.
Sean that time about at his own free throw line, reached in to try to strip the ball and was guilty of the foul. Point Park, something to note there. They are breaking the press, but they're not beating it. They can't get a transition game going once they break the press. Waynesburg able to
now through the half-court trap at Snyder, brings it top of the key. Now they go into the corner two new men into the ball game, and that's Parker. Now around the horn it goes, top of the key to Snyder, back to Parker, down low on the baseline, jumper, air ball, rebound, taken by Point Park, and a foul call on the play.
Push off. Yes,
That'll be on Kelly Randolph, called for the personal foul, pushing off against Darren Wall.
Bench and fires the team up with a quick 6 or 8 points himself right off the bench, and also with tremendous defense. And he's been playing a box and one.
Pass into the lane for Waynesburg, knocked away, up with a loose ball is Waynesburg on the re-steal. Bounce pass there on Hogue, mishandled. T tracks it down in the corner, goes baseline to Montgomery, shot up, no good. Rebound is taken by Point Park, pulled down by Phillips, and now a foul call in the backcourt. Theron Hogue got him.
Theron's first, team third. Last defensive series was a box and one on Darren Walls.
So let's look for Gary Parker to see what he can do from West Mifflin. Gary Parker was named District 18 Player of the Week last week, despite the fact he didn't start in any of the 3 games he played in. He was good enough to be named Player of the Week in District 18.
He plays that role of 6th man so well, which is really needed on a team.
Okay, here's Point Park through the pressure into forecourt. It goes to Carr. Carr, baseline jumper over Montgomery is good. That's Carr's first field goal of the evening. He has 3, and it's 16-14 Point Park. Jackets, McAllister, forecourt, pulls up top of the key. Now moves some people around, sends Pushkar in motion, goes to him in the corner on the right side. Back out the Walls. High post Montgomery. Rob with a turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Pushkar. He starts back up with it, puts it off the glass, good.
There's Rick with the offensive boards. Beautiful kiss off the glass.
And Point Park on a fast break attempt stolen away by Waynesburg. We go the other way. McAllister dumps it off to Hogue. Theron walks with a basketball. T bothered at the top of the key. I believe that was Snyder who got a hand in his face and forced him into the wall.
Well, Rudy Marisa goes to the bench, and 11:16 remaining in the half, and he replaces Rob Montgomery, who has a chronic back problem. It didn't seem to be bothering, but he brought in Derek Samuel.
They're going to need Rob down the stretch. Samuel's in now to replace him as Point Park brings it into forecourt. They flip it baseline, and a push-off called underneath. They got it to Kelly Randolph, but Darren Wall saw he was beaten and gave Randolph a pretty good shove under there.
That was obvious. I don't think anyone in this place.
Their baseline, and they do so with the pass to Parker, and now into the corner to Snyder. Snyder works outside with Jeff Phillips, and around the horn it goes to Parker. Back to Phillips, working the perimeter of the Waynesburg zone. Now to Phillips once again, fakes the shot to Parker on the other side. Baseline, shot up, no good. Rebound Waynesburg, Pushkar clears it to McAllister. Sean on the run, flips it to Walls. He puts it up, no good. And the foul called on the play. Darren Walls hammered as he went up with a slam dunk, missed it, went crashing to the floor, but he's going to be all right. Personal foul going to be called on Point Park.
No doubt about it. Smashing him was Gary Parker, who couldn't keep up with him. The only alternative he had left was to foul Darren, who had a clean slam.
15 foul on that. Jackets inbounded, Pushkar baseline, puts it up, he's fouled.
He was fouled in the act, and the guilty party is Mike Carr, and that's the 6th team foul, so entering the 1-and-1 bonus will be the next common foul by Point Park, and Rick going now for a shooting 2-shot foul, playing great on the offensive boards. Rick's forte is the offensive board, does it well.
Ball game tied at 16. Pushkar trying to break that tie with the first of 2 from the line. He makes it.
Yellow Jackets 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. Doesn't hurt your totals.
And Rick at 83%, leading free throw shooter on the team. Misses the second one. Rebound goes to Point Park quickly into forecourt. Snyder into the lane to Randolph. Good, and a foul call.
Kelly with a finger roll. Beautiful down the middle.
So Kelly Randolph gives the Pioneers a 1-point lead. He can make it 2. If he can convert the 3, that gives him 5 of the Point Park 19 points, and they lead by 2. We're now to 10:30 to go in the first half. Here's Waynesburg now with a half-court offense as McAllister goes to Pushkar. Now down low, Theron Hogue on the baseline, in trouble, forces it up, it's blocked, and the loose ball picked up by Point Park. Ahead to Snyder, into forecourt. Snyder goes baseline, Parker, and the charge called on the play. Parker goes up, Darren Walls there to draw the charge, and Waynesburg will get the ball back.
Well, Parker is on fire, but he's also on fire with personal fouls. His second in a minute and a half. So Darren Wall's a little bit too much man for him in the matchup. Not very good. Jerry Conboy will notice that, I'm sure.
And that's the seventh team foul, so the 1-and-1 will be in. That being a charge. There's no free throw as the Jackets inbounded in backcourt. Now into forecourt it comes. It goes into the corner to Darren Walls on the left side. Back to McAllister. Sean, top of the key. Walls, three-pointer, good. Darren Walls, the trifecta.
Mr. Parker now is scratching his head and say, how do I play this guy?
That gives Waynesburg a 1-point lead, 20-19. And again, the Yellow Jacket half-court trap, and they break it with a pass to Parker, but he loses the handle, recovers in the corner before it goes out of bounds, flips it to Snyder, and they set up a half-court play. Snyder looks top of the key, goes there to Phillips, back to Snyder. High post to Randolph, and a power move, and a shot up and good.
Randolph has the touch of a definite finger roll. It hits the rim and just bounces and kisses off the glass and drops in. Beautiful touch.
Point Park back on top, 21-20. Here comes Waynesburg into forecourt. Sean McAllister flips it to Samuels in the corner, right side, and the ball is kicked away as Samuels tries to bounce pass it inside to Rick Pushkar, who is posted up low, and somebody from Point Park got a sneaker on it. So the Jackets will inbound it from their baseline with a new shot clock. And McAllister lobs it outside to Rick Pushkar. High post to Samuels. Now in the corner with a pass to Theron Hogue. Back out to the point to Sean McAllister, who holds up the five fingers and sets him in motion. Now the Jackets into their five-man weave as Hogue comes out to take it. Goes to McAllister. McAllister high post Samuels. Derrick forces it up there. No good from 15. Rebound. Samuels up and good. Samuels from 15 feet away following his own shot and putting it up and in.
Big offensive board for Derrick Samuels. That's what it really takes to win basketball games.
Here's a long pass over the press by Point Park, and it's good. Parker at the other end converts it. That's his first bucket of the night that time. And they take a 23-22 lead with 8:35 to go in the first half.
Parker had a little hitch in his giddy up that time. Took an extra step, but it wasn't caught.
And Waynesburg now with Samuels posted up high. They go back to Walls over the screen. Shot no good. Rebound. Walls baseline. Fakes. Shoots. Good.
Wow, what a baseline move. Had the whole Point Park team in the air, waited for them to come down, and he went up.
24-23. Darren Walls having a sensational first half offensively and defensively for the Yellow Jackets. Into forecourt, the Pioneers. Parker lobs it baseline to Randolph. Shot up, no good. Foul called on the play.
Rich Pushkar beat again and trying to guard the man from the side and reaches in, tries to strip Randolph, who makes a move into the paint past Rick.
Okay, the alley-oop goes awry. They alley-oopsed it instead of hooping it as Phillips tried to hit Randolph, and the pass was too high, went sailing over his reach, and the Jackets with a 1-point lead have the ball. Alley-oop, Waynesburg, Samuels on the end of it. A beautiful alley-oop from McAllister to Samuels. That's how it's done. That is 26-23. Little intimidation there.
Not only that, you can see why maybe Rudy Marisa was thinking about Derrick Samuels starting. He's hot.
Okay, Waynesburg into Point Park into forecourt through the Waynesburg trap, and a foul call on Darren Walls as Kelly Randolph had it down low along the baseline. Walls really let him have it as Kelly tried to go in for the layup, and he'll go to the line to shoot. Darren Walls one-on-one stops and pops, no good. Rebound McAllister. Sean takes it to the baseline, in a little trouble there as he's trapped, flips it back out to Theron Hogue near midcourt. Now back to McAllister, and he'll move to the point, and they'll set it up with 7:21 to go, leading 26-23. Pushkar down low to Walls. Walls with a move and a shot, no good. Rebound, Point Park. Everything but the shot that time for Walls. Good move, but nothing out of it. Point Park in the forecourt quickly. Now Phillips, 18-footer, no good. Rebound out of bounds, Pioneer basketball.
The difference that time, Jeff Phillips, a little pressure. Rush shot, doesn't have time to set up and shoots an air ball. And there's a guy that made his first 4 shots in a row from 18 feet. Substitution coming in. Number 22 comes in off the bench. Anthony Wiles replacing Phillips.
Tony Wiles from Allegheny High School, a senior, 6'3". Phillips goes out, he's 6'5", so they give up a little height there. And now the Pioneers kind of just work the perimeter, a little standing around inside as they work against the Waynesburg zone. Out with the basketball is Wiles. Wiles goes to the point to Snyder, who moves it left now, goes right again to Wiles. High post to Randolph, and a foul called. They strip Randolph of the ball from the high post, but they say, I believe, Theron Hogue got him in the process of stripping it.
Theron second, replaced Theron Hogue.
All right, so Hogue comes out, And they got some more beef back there along the baseline now with Samuels and Montgomery back there, along with Rick Pushkar. So it's going to be tougher still to get inside on the Yellow Jackets the rest of the first half as Randolph. So it's a one-point basketball game. Jackets lead, and they have the ball. McAllister brings it into forecourt. Sean moves some people around, now starts on the right side, goes to Pushkar. Pushkar fakes the shot, goes to the bounce pass to Montgomery, top of the key around to Sean McAllister. Sean fakes the shot, he's trapped, flips it to Walls in the corner, three-pointer, good! Darren Walls into double digits with 10, and it's 29-25.
You almost have to give Darren that shot. He's shooting from 20 feet, and the guy's an inside threat and scratching their head right now. It's Point Park defensive setup.
6:05 left to go in the first half as Point Park takes it inside. And the shot forced up, no good. Rebound tapped outside, and it's still loose. Now Pushkar up with it for Waynesburg, but he palms the basketball. Rick Pushkar, I believe. Let's see what the call is going to be.
Okay.
No, it's an inadvertent whistle, I believe. The referee saying it's my fault. So that spoils a fast break. Pushkar picks it up on the fly at midcourt. I thought maybe he palmed the ball, but they say no. Inadvertent whistle.
Inadvertent whistle. And Mr. Murray, Jimmy Murray, saying to Rudy Murray, said it's my fault. And Rudy right now is turning 3 shades of red.
Rudy a little not very forgiving, having had what looked like an easy 2 taken away with that inadvertent whistle. And now the Jackets go to work half court. They go to Walls in the corner, fakes down low. Now brings it back out to the point to Sean McAllister. McAllister moves it over on the left side with the dribble. Now pass into the lane, knocked away, and they say last touch by Waynesburg. Rob Montgomery touched it last as the ball was bounced around in the lane a little bit like a pinball machine. And now Point Park with a chance to come back within 2 or maybe 1. Down 5:30 left to go in the first half. And outside with it is Wiles and Snyder. Snyder now moves left side, looks into the corner, goes there to Parker, drives the baseline, puts the shot up, no good, but he's fouled.
Robbie got a lot of ball, but just enough of the wrist to cause the foul.
Both. So Parker with 4, and it's 29-27. Here's Waynesburg on the attack with the lead, and Pushkar, 18-footer, is good. Rick Pushkar drills it from outside. That's 7 tonight for Rick, and it's 31-27 Waynesburg.
Just a shoelace away from the three-point range, which was his tippy toe was on the red line.
With less than 5 minutes to go, Point Park again works the perimeter of the Waynesburg zone. On a deliberate fashion, they go to Parker in the corner. Parker back outside to Wiles. Now a pass to the high post area and another foul call as the ball goes flying. And we got a foul against Waynesburg.
Again, Sean McAllister trying to guard from behind
Waynesburg as Montgomery pulls it down. Flips it to McAllister. Sean into forecourt. Works at top of the key. Now pulls up. Flips it in the corner to Montgomery. Back to Sean again. And McAllister will backpedal. And again, move it around on the left side to Rob Montgomery. Looks in the lane, down low, nothing there posted either way. Back to Pushkar, into the corner, Walls. Walls with the move, and a shot up, no good. Rebound is tapped up and in by Point Park. Give it credit to Rob Montgomery, but I believe a Pioneer actually did that.
Robbie had part of it, enough of a fingernail on it to get credit for it.
So, thank you. It's 33-27 Waynesburg. Here's Point Park, a jumper good by Carr. That's 5 for him. And it's just that quickly, it's 33-29.
And that scoring took place in a part of Waynesburg zone that's not very seldom scored on, right about 6 feet from the basket, right in the paint. And the zone not doing the job on the inside.
Here's Pushkar in the lane. Samuels, shot up, goodness. Counts, he's fouled.
We're talking a turnaround, kind of a half hook, half jump shot by Derek Samuels in the paint and draws the foul.
So Theron Hogue will probably be coming in for Derek Samuels. He's still sitting at the scorer's table, and Derek at the line to shoot. With 7 points off the bench as the Jackets lead it 36-29. Gets a nice hand as he comes to the bench.
Theron comes back in with 2 personal fouls, and Derek had none.
3:45 left to go in the first half. And again, some backcourt pressure by the Yellow Jackets on defense. Pioneers with Wiles. Wiles goes to Snyder. They don't make it. Snyder does not get it over the timeline before the 10 seconds is up. So the Jackets half-court or make that three-quarter court trap pays off.
Jim Murray calls 10. Good officials, John. They got to 10.
All right. Here's Waynesburg into forecourt. Lee to Walls around the horn. Pushkar, 18-footer is good.
It rocketed, banged around, and went off the board and went in. So Rick Pushkar with a shooter's touch on that one.
38-29. Biggest lead of the night for the Yellow Jackets, who've led most of the way. And now the first timeout of the ball game. Jerry following their timeout. They go top of the key to Snyder, the point guard, flips it over to Phillips, who's back into the ball game on the wing. On the left side, back to Snyder, back to Phillips, three-pointer, good.
That's the way you can catch up in a hurry, fans. The three-point play by Phillips.
38-32. That's 14 points for Phillips in the first half. Waynesburg, Montgomery, jumper, 10-footer, no good. Rebound, Pushkar, puts it up and in.
Rick loves that offensive board and uses the glass well. Gets it on the baseline and uses that long left arm of his to bank it in.
So it's back to an 8-point Waynesburg lead as the Pioneers moving into forecourt, and they turn it over. Walk called on Mike Carr, who's handling the ball out near midcourt.
You have to notice they're breaking the press, but they're not beating it, John. Okay, and that'll get to you before the night's over. What Westminster did was beat the press. They actually scored easy buckets on it, but right now Point Park can't do it.
Baseline, Walls up, no good. Follow good, Rob Montgomery.
Nothing but Yellow Jackets in the paint that time. There was nothing but black shirts in the paint, and they really filled the lane.
Point Park into forecourt with a long pass to Randolph. Back out top of the key to Phillips. Phillips flips it to Snyder. Snyder moves right side, now pulls up, goes back to Phillips. Phillips goes baseline to Parker, back to Phillips, and around him to Snyder. Bomb, no good. Rebound taken by Randolph, up, no good. Rebound Carr for Point Park, trapped in the corner, flips it back outside to Phillips around the horn, and Phillips hits another three-pointer. Phillips with 17 points in the first half, and it's 42-35.
That one was 21 feet. 3 three-pointers he's made in the game.
And the last two after coming off the bench. Here's Walls, pulls up foul line, goes to push guard, down low, baseline, Hogue, turnaround jumper, good.
Beautiful, about a 12-footer, Theron Hogue, super shot, turnaround jumper on the baseline.
44-35. We're down to 1:15 to go in the first half, and Point Park into forecourt, goes to Phillips. Phillips walks to the basketball, tried to take Pushkar up into the air out there in the 20-foot area, and turned it over.
Well, they're putting a little heat on Phillips now. He can't go after it.
Speaking of heat, the Jackets almost turn it over, and now there's a loose ball into the corner as the Jackets do turn it over. Pushkar diving for the loose ball over in the corner, a little slow getting up.
And Jerry Conboy taking advantage of the situation and bending Jim Murray's ear. It happens right in front of him, and he's getting some dialogue in during this dead ball situation while substitutes come on the floor, and it's Vance Walker. Kevin Lee is the point guard. Vance Walker on the wing for Rick Pushkar.
Okay, and here's Waynesburg into forecourt. 55 seconds to go. A steal, Waynesburg, and Walls into forecourt. Walls flips it to Lee. Lee loses it. Kevin Lee just turned it over in the paint. Now here's Point Park the other way. Slam dunk good by Kelly Randolph.
That costs more than you'll know. I think Rudy Marisa wants timeout.
He sure does. 39 seconds left to go. And Kevin Lee catches the Rudy Marisa wrath as he comes to the bench. 39 seconds to go in the first half. Waynesburg 44, Point Park 37. They're going to play for the last shot. Down to 15 seconds as he goes to Darren Walls. Now to Rob Montgomery way outside. Rob takes the top of the key. 10 seconds to go. Flips it to Theron Hogue. Hogue with a move and a turnaround jumper. Forces it up off the glass but gets the roll off the rim and down it goes.
Jerry Conboy's going berserk. He wants offensive.
And that is the end of the first half. Theron Hogue, the last bucket of the first half, leading 46-37. The Jackets go to the locker room with a halftime lead. We're going to take a halftime break of about 3 minutes.
High score, if I gave you a guess now, you'd say Darren Walls. Wrong. Okay, it's Rick Pushkar, who has 12 points. How did he get them? Offensive boards, Rick did. And he did the job pulling down rebounds and using his long left arm, using the glass, and the lack of boxing out by Point Park really proves to give us a nice lead. Sean McAllister had 4 points, 2 for 2 from the line. Darren Walls with 10. He had 2 3-pointers and 2 field goals. Sean McAllister has 3 personal fouls. Robbie Montgomery had 8 points, 2 for 2 from the line, and a good job at center. Theron Hogue on the wing.
Now a high post, Montgomery turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Montgomery puts it back up, it's no good. Rebound, Montgomery up, no good, blocked. And the loose ball picked up by Point Park, and we come the other way as Snyder runs it over the timeline, flips it baseline, stolen away by Walls, Waynesburg. Walls into forecourt. Darren coast to coast now, dishes it up. No, he puts it up, no good, and a foul call on the play.
Going to call a charge on Darren, who just ran into the stationary Ken Snyder. Player control.
All right.
Is third.
So Darren Walls in some quick foul trouble to start the second half with 3. Sean McAllister also on the floor right now with 3 personal fouls for Waynesburg. Again, the half-court trap, and it's kicked away. Theron Hogue there to kick it away near midcourt, and Point Park will inbound it from the side at their end of the floor. Ball went flying out of bounds. They got to go find it. Frank is back in underneath the press balcony here, and they still haven't... Inbounding it for Point Park is Parker, who's into the ball game to start the second half. After coming off the bench in the first half, handling it on the left side is Phillips. Phillips out there on the wing. Now lobs it in the lane, and it's thrown away. Out of bounds. Point Park just turns it over as Phillips tries a long half-court, cross-court pass, I should say. And here comes Waynesburg into forecourt. Pushkar, 18-footer, good.
Rick with 13 points, deadly.
48-37. The Jackets lead, their biggest lead of the night now, as we're down inside 19 minutes to go in the basketball game. Here's Point Park underneath the car. He shoots. It's blocked, but we get a whistle on the play. We're going to call goaltending on Darren Wall. And the trail official, the guy who makes the call there. So that's 2 for Carr, and it's 48-39. Jackets, forecourt. McAllister flips it to Walls, to Montgomery on the wing, left side. Back out to McAllister, top of the key, Pushkar, bounce pass corner, Walls, three-pointer, in and out. Rebound, Point Park, pulled down by Randolph. Randolph clears it in traffic in backcourt, sends it over the timeline, moves top of the key, now goes into the corner to Parker. Parker back out over to Snyder, and he goes to Phillips on the wing left side. Back to Snyder again, pulls up, goes high post, Carr by Montgomery, up good, and a foul call.
That time Pushkar picks up the defense as Montgomery gets a move put on him, and Rick picks up the foul.
Jack is now creeping into foul trouble early in the second half.
Rick's third, John, and the team's second of the second half.
So Rudy Marisa has 3 guys on the floor right now with 3 personal fouls. McAllister, Pushkar, and the free throw is good by Carr. That puts him in. The Buster goes to Theron Hogue, back outside to Sean, and he'll move it around the perimeter of the defense. Now he forces a pass into the lane to Montgomery, and a foul call in the play on Point Park, going for the steal. I believe Randolph guilty of the personal foul.
Randolph's third. And it's the first of the second half for the Point Park Pioneers.
A lot of whistles to start in the first 2 minutes of the second half.
Both defenses are gunned up. Right now, Point Park playing very tough. They've selected a zone again. Right now, it's man-to-man, matched up, man-to-man this series.
Jackets attack it with Montgomery in the corner, back to McAllister, in the lane to Hogue, turnaround. Jumper is in and out. Rebound, Pushkar puts it up, and it's good.
Offensive boards. Rick Pushkar, story of this game. 15 points, and 10 of them are on the offensive board.
And it's back to an 8-point Waynesburg lead as Point Park brings it into forecourt. Snyder has it. Works to the top of the key. Now goes to Phillips in the wing left side. Down low baseline. Foul called on the baseline. Rob Montgomery got Gary Parker. And that's a foul against Waynesburg.
Rob's second, team third.
Go to Randolph, and he puts it up and in. Kelly Randolph with 13. Cuts the lead to 6 once again. It's 50-44.
Showing good movement that time, hanging in the air and drawing the defense to him, but didn't get the foul.
Jackets again with the half-court offense. They do not have one transition bucket in the second half yet. McAllister puts it up, 15-footer. Good by Sean. I was going to say forced up, but looked forced, but it went in. 52-44.
Sean's penetrating way past the foul line that time, way further than Point Park wants him to go.
Pioneers into forecourt through the trap. They go into the corner on the right side to Parker. He drives, shoots around the rim and out. Rebound up and no good. Tap up, no good. Tap up, no good. Rebound up, no good. Rebound taken by Point Park again. Carr fouled.
Theron gets him, and that's 5 rebounds for Point Park on that series. And Waynesburg College, Rudy Marisa up shouting directions.
and it's 52-46. Here's Waynesburg quickly, forecourt jumper. Hogue is off the iron, no good, off the heel. And the rebound bounces outside to Snyder. Point Park fast break off the play. Carr up and no good. Rebound Montgomery for Waynesburg. Outlet to push guard, midcourt. Flips it to McAllister. Sean back to push guard, up and good.
Rick had that time a great bounce pass by McAllister. The fast break, El Supremo.
First transition bucket of the second half for Waynesburg, and they open up a 54-46 lead. We're down to 16-10 to go in the basketball game as Point Park goes to work down low to Randolph, forces it up, no good. Rebound is taken by Waynesburg. Ahead to McAllister. Sean on the run on the break, has push guard in the wing, hits him, drive, shoots, no good. Everything but the shot. Oh, rebound, Point Park. We go the other way. Snyder to Carr, drive, shoots, no good. He walked with the basketball. Yep. Carr called for the travel.
No doubt about it. Here's that opened up offense. Both teams running with the ball. And I'm sure that's going to settle down a little bit. Jerry Conboy has to show some patience and try to get inside. And right now he's trying to run with the Jackets. He won't last long.
Waynesburg by 8. As Walls has it outside, the Jackets go into their weave. Here's Theron Hogue on the wing, back to Montgomery, top of the key. And the big guy goes to Sean McAllister, who brings it back to the point, now to Walls. Nobody posted up for Waynesburg. Everybody into the motion offense, the weave kind of offense, as McAllister handles the ball out near midcourt. Pushkar goes down low along the baseline. They look to him, can't get it to him. High post Montgomery in the lane, turns and fires, but he's fouled.
No shot that time.
So Montgomery, let's see if he'll go to the line. If they call it fouled in the act. The shot was partially blocked. Here comes Mike Masley into the ball game for the first time tonight as Kelly Randolph gets a rest. Masley, a former teammate of Sean McAllister, at Alliance College for 2 years and for 4 years at Bishop Boyle High School. Montgomery, Rob shot up, blocked, and another foul call. This time in the act, Rob will go to the line.
Mike Carr, big Mike Carr, sometimes forgets that Rob
makes the second, so Rob has 9 on the evening, and it's 55-46. Jackets lead. Jackets set up for the half-court trap as up the court comes Ken Snyder over the trap with a long pass to Phillips into the corner, right side Masley. Masley trapped over there, goes cross-court with a long pass to Parker. Parker back outside to Snyder, top of the key. Now to Phillips. Phillips pass baseline, stolen away. Theron Hogue on the steal, feeds it ahead to Walls, but it's re-stolen by Point Park. Snyder underneath to Parker, up and good. So a steal and a re-steal, and Parker on the money end, 55-48, Jackets lead.
Nothing to do there. Sean McAllister by himself, 3-on-1.
Here's Pushkar, 18-footer, good.
Rick caught. You need Rick, and right now Point Park not even defensing him. That time an 18-footer with no hand up.
Pioneers in the lane. Parker stuffed it. Parker got it top of the key, saw the lane was open, took it, and jammed it home.
Parker 4 points in a row, and Point Park just trading with Waynesburg. No defense being played so far.
It's a 7-point Waynesburg lead as the Jackets continue into their weave. They had a 9-point lead when they went into it. Here's McAllister handling the ball now. Moves it to the point. Now goes to Pushkar. Down low Montgomery. Shot up. No good. Partially blocked. Masley up with a loose ball ahead to Parker. Fast break Point Park. Parker in the lane. Drives and shoots. No good. Partially blocked. Rebound taken by Waynesburg. McAllister clears it out of there into forecourt. Long pass. Montgomery puts it up. No good, but a foul call.
Blocking foul way too late was Jeff Phillips. Robbie really took it to the basket. Squared himself up and drew the foul by Phillips. His second, team fourth of the second half.
The Robbie free throw line. He'll take a seat at the bench, having scored 11 points thus far. He just gave Waynesburg a 9-point lead with 14:02 left to play in the ball game. Now some backcourt pressure by Waynesburg, and the Pioneers inbounded with a new man at the point. That's Merriweather. Merriweather with a pass into forecourt, which is knocked away, but Masley up with it, takes the jumper, air ball by Masley, and the loose ball is picked up by Point Park. They go to Masley again. 3 seconds. Walking called on
Either
Masley.
one would have been correct because they were all over the lane.
So Masley throws up an air ball and then walks with the ball right after that. Here's one. Waynesburg on the attack, push guard to the baseline. He drives, shoots, no good. He's creamed from behind, and he'll go to the line to shoot. Let's see who the personal foul is going to be on.
He's looking at Carr. It could be Masley, though. Masley made the first contact, I thought, but Carr got him with a hip. So Carr is called for his third personal, and Waynesburg right now having their own way.
And Jerry Conboy wants a timeout to talk about that. 13:39 left in the ball game. Waynesburg 59, Point Park 50. Be back in a minute. 2 is Rick Pushkar for Waynesburg. first is good.
Rick's had a 4 field goal second half, and now makes the first free throw. So 9 points in the second half to go with his, and now it's 10 to go with the 11. It's 21 for Rick in the game.
And again, backcourt pressure by Waynesburg. Walls and Pushkar back there along with McAllister. Handling the basketball back there is Allen. Long pass into forecourt. Comes to Merriweather. Now back to Allen, and Merriweather and Allen go to work at the guard positions against Waynesburg. Now high post to Carr, and he puts it up, loses it on the way up, but the loose ball picked up by Point Park. Shot no good. Rebound Pioneers. Shot up and no good from point blank range. Rebound tapped outside. Carr gets it. Carr shovels it off to Allen. Shot up no good. Rebound Allen. Shot up no good. Rebound Carr up no good. Tap no good. Rebound Masley, and now it's stolen away or tied up underneath. Jump ball going to be called. Holy cow.
There's no hole in that basket.
And I lost track. I think it was 7 shots right there. All of them in the paint. Whoa. And off the alternate possession rule on the jump ball, Point Park will inbound it to Allen. And he'll move it to the point. Now they go high post again to Carr. Turns and fires. No good. Rebound taken by Parker up and in.
Parker that time on the offensive boards really showed how he could jump.
61-52. Waynesburg leads. 12:45 left to go. Here's Waynesburg into the weave once again. This time Samuels posted up high. No, now he moves. Back door. Pushkar up and good.
Oh, what an effort tonight for Pushkar. Tremendous effort.
23 points for him. And it's 63-52. Again, the half-court trap. Point Park breaks it with a long pass into forecourt. Now they go into the corner to Parker. Down low along the baseline. Can't get in. Shovels it off the car. Takes it inside. Puts it up and in.
That time they did get inside on Waynesburg.
And the Jackets turn it over as Walls can't handle a long pass off the inbound. The forecourt it comes. Merriweather into the corner. Now back to Merriweather again. The pass into the corner was to Allen. Now back to Allen. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound Walls. Add to McAllister on the outlet pass. On the wing, Pushkar drives and shoots and hits.
82. No matchup for Pushkar. No one can watch him tonight.
Fast break. Buckets now beginning to fall for Waynesburg as the transition game begins to unfold. And that's something Rudy Maurice has been waiting for all year. There's a three-pointer from outside. Tony Merriweather with the bomb, and it's 65-57. Three-pointers could keep Point Park in this game. A lot of time left. Now McAllister draws a foul as he starts in through the top of the key area, and the foul on Point Park.
Sean having a fine game. Tony Merriweather with his first, and that's the team 6. And here come the third stringers for Point Park.
Well, the big guy, Davis Palmer, is in there, 7-footer from Perry High School here in Pittsburgh. A 7-footer, and he doesn't start. And matter of fact, he only has 1.5 rebounds a game. Here's a drive into the lane. McAllister, scoop shot up, no good. Rebound stolen away by McAllister. Sean puts it up, no good, but he's fouled.
I was going to say before, but that's the team 7, so the 1-on-1's in.
Merriweather had the rebound, and McAllister to Davis Palmer with the rebound. Shovels it off in backcourt to a Merriweather. And the swift little substitute point guard brings it into forecourt. Pass into the lane. Taken by Palmer. Shot up, no good. Rebound Samuels. Samuels puts it to the floor. Brings it out. Now outlets it to McAllister. Sean into forecourt. Pulls up. 15-footer. Good. 9 points tonight for him.
Sean just very good command of the ball that time and took it up for a little jumper at the free throw line.
Jackets in command of the ball game right now with 10:55 to go as Palmer puts a brick up for the baseline. No good. Rebound up. No good. Point Park. Rebound Waynesburg. No. Rebound tied up. Jump ball called. It'll be Waynesburg's ball off the alternate possession rule.
Kelly Randolph's in, and he was tied up with the rebound.
So it's 68-57. Waynesburg leads. And I believe we're going to get a little backcourt pressure from the Pioneers. Nope. Merriweather just peels off. Sean brings it over the timeline, works to the top of the key. Backdoor alley-oop, Walls, and he missed it. And we get a technical foul called on Boot because Darren Walls hung on the rim. The alley-oop was there. Walls just missed putting it in and hung on the rim, so draws the technical foul. And let's see who. Theron Hogan to the ball game as Darren Walls will get a rest. He's had a great ball game tonight, really has. Great ball game. Gets a pat on the back as he goes by Rudy Marisa and takes his high fives from the bench, grabs a towel, and sits down with a big smile on his face as the Pioneers inbound it from the side at midcourt. And they go to work against the Waynesburg zone. Around the perimeter it goes. On the outside, handling the ball was Allen. Allen to Merriweather. Merriweather puts it to the floor, brings it to the left side. Now over around to the right to Parker, down low in the baseline, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound, Palmer up and good.
Well, Palmer does it that time for a gimme for him, 7 foot.
68-60, 10:15 to go. Point Park still very much in this ball game. As Waynesburg goes to work on their weave, they go to Pushkar. He fakes a jumper, now takes the jumper and hits.
Well, this is Rick's best game this year. He's done it all. Shot the percentage.
Here's a pass over the trap into the lane. Davis Palmer, he turns it over, but a foul called on the play. Point Park went over the half-court trap that time, got Palmer in the paint one-on-one, and he was fouled.
Sean McAllister guarding from the back. That time his 4th personal foul, so there's plenty of time, John. It's only a 10-point game. Sean McAllister with 4 personals. Rudy has to make a decision.
Here comes Kevin Lee. He's going to sit Sean and save him for the stretch run. You have to look for Sean to come back in around the 4-minute mark to lead the team down the stretch. Kevin Lee in now for the second time. 9:57 left to go. Point Park inbounds it and a whistle on the inbounds and a foul call again on Waynesburg as Derek Samuels picks up the personal. Allen to Merriweather in the corner and back
they're
around
yelling.
again.
I have 7, John. Let's see if they catch it.
All right. Well, it's a correctable mistake until Point Park scores or shoots. Here's Davis Palmer back outside. 3-pointer. Parker, no good. Rebound taken by Randolph, up no good. Rebound Randolph again, and he's hacked on the way up as Theron Hogue gets him, and now the 1-and-1 will definitely be in for Randolph. He has 15. Darren Walls back into the ball game as Theron Hogue comes out. It's an 8-point Waynesburg lead, and we're going to get backcourt pressure now by the Pioneers. Derek Samuels will do the inbounding for Waynesburg. And he's in a little trouble there. Now flips it to Lee. Lee in trouble, gets by a man. Into forecourt it comes. Lee got out of that trouble nicely with the dribble. And now he'll direct the attack from the point. Moves it to Terry Clark on the wing. Terry Clark baseline. Draws the whistle. He stepped out of bounds on the baseline. So that's a turnover. And now, look at this. Point Park can cut it to 6, and they throw it away. They tried a long pass off the inbound. And the Pioneers were all running with their back to the ball. Nobody saw it coming, and it went right down through the lane and out of bounds. Waynesburg to Pushkar. Pushkar on the wing goes to Samuels, top of the key. Derek checks inside, nothing there to Clark. Clark to Lee, and Lee goes to Pushkar again on the wing, this time on the left side. Low post Samuels, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound tapped out to Pushkar. Pushkar baseline, Walls with the move and the shot. It is no good. Rebound taken by Point Park. Parker with the rebound clears it to Merriweather into forecourt. Long pass to Randolph on the wing. Now back out top of the key. Round the horn it goes. Merriweather on the left. And now baseline Palmer. Air ball. Rebound. Walls. Walls to Lee. Lee loses it. Samuels up with it. Derek into forecourt with the dribble. Now pulls up in some trouble. Finds Lee. Shovels it off to him. Lee down low to Clark. Clark with a move and a shot blocked from behind by Palmer, but a foul call.
Palmer couldn't watch Clark. Clark, a real polished look. The Yellow Jackets really getting the details.
Clark misses the second, and we get a foul Waynesburg on the rebound at Tampa. We're going to walk to the other end of the floor and shoot for Point Park. Let's see who the foul is on.
That's Rick Pushkar, his 4th, son.
Uh-oh.
So we're talking heavy duty now. Four personals on Pushkar, 4 on Theron Hogue, 4 on Sean McAllister.
McAllister and Hogue strike. It is 71-64. Jackets into forecourt. Pushkar loses the handle. The break is spoiled, but he goes back to Lee after recovering the ball. Now back to Pushkar in the corner on the right side. Top of the key, Montgomery. Down the lane. Shot up and no good. Around the rim and out. Jackets have gone cold here suddenly in the second half. Here's Point Park quickly in the forecourt to Merriweather. Merriweather cross-court pass to Allen. Allen down low, baseline Parker, air ball, rebound Walls. Walls ahead to Lee. Lee on the fast break, dishes it off, baseline Walls, and it's loose. Foul called, charging called on Darren Walls. Coming down the lane, lost the handle, and then called for charging to boot.
That kind of looks like the Roman Empire, the fall, and it'll bring a 1-and-1 situation, a ball control. They're going to call it a player control foul.
All right, so charging, I guess. It's called 71-64. Jackets lead, but a lot of time. 7:56 left to go in this game. Gord Allen still in backcourt, just makes it over the timeline. Goes with a bounce pass to Merriweather. Ball knocked away. Loose ball in backcourt, and a foul called. Let's see, a whistle on the play. No, they call over and back. The ball was knocked away and knocked into backcourt and recovered by the Pioneers in backcourt, and they call over the back. Timeout, Rudy Marisa. All right, 7:45 left to go in this one. Waynesburg 71, Point Park 64. Be back out. And again, they go into the weave. Everybody moving around. And Sean McAllister is back into the ball game at point guard now. Rob Montgomery flips it to Walls. Walls sits there on Hogue. Hogue looks inside. Nothing there. Goes back out to Sean McAllister. And he works it to Hogue once again from the top of the key. Now low post Walls. He takes it inside, forces it up, and it's a foul call in the play. The shot went wild, and Walls went down. Darren gets up. He's all right. He'll go to the line to shoot.
Personal foul, his third. Jeff Phillips. Foul shot.
All right. Walls field goal. Walls makes the 1-and-1 and the bonus, and it's 73-66. 5:35 to go in the game as baseline Carr up, no good, follow good by Kelly Randolph for Point Park. And it's 73-68. Point Park will not go away, and they won't until this game's over. 5:20 to go as Waynesburg again works it around the perimeter with the weave, trying to eat up as much of the clock every trip down the floor, and also at the same time make Point Park chase them as the Pioneers are still in their man-to-man. And here's Montgomery with it outside the push guard. Now down low to Theron Hogue. He takes it inside, loses the handle. Up with it is McAllister and fires. No good. Rebound tapped outside to Sean, and with a brand new shot clock, he'll bring it to the point, and they'll set it up once again. Hogue moves some people around, gets Montgomery posted up high. Now goes to Walls on the outside. Back to Theron. Theron to Sean McAllister. They still have Walls posted up, and they don't lob it to him, though. They go to push guard instead. Now back out to Theron Hogue and to Sean on the wing on the left side. Walls handling it now top of the key. We're down to 20 seconds on the shot clock. And Waynesburg goes to Theron Hogue in the corner. They look down low to the lob. Not there for push guard to Walls. Underneath to Montgomery, up and in.
Great pass that time by Walls into Montgomery.
The assist, Darren Walls. The shot, Montgomery. Waynesburg 75, Point Park 68. Pioneers into forecourt. Allen has it, flips it to Merriweather. Merriweather, three-pointer is no good, off the heel. Rebound tracked down in the corner by, well, it's stolen away by push guard. We get a whistle on the play, and I believe a foul going to be called. Phillips tracks it down in the corner, but let's see.
Timeout. No, it's just gone out of bounds, John.
All right, but timeout called with 4 minutes even left to go in the ball game. It is 75-68. Jackets on court pressure now following the Point Park timeout. And foul called at midcourt. Darren Walls collides with a Pioneer. Down goes the Pioneer. Walls called for the charge. That's Parker picking up or drawing the charge at midcourt. Walls, that's his fifth for personal foul. And Darren will leave the ball game having scored 12 points on the night. Might as well tally up him because he ain't here. Is inbounded. Snyder to Parker. Baseline drive. Blocked from behind by Samuels. Ahead to Sean McAllister on the fast break. Sean on the run. Pulls up and fires. It's an air ball. Rebound taken by Parker from Point Park into forecourt. Long pass goes to Randolph. He flips it to Snyder. Snyder into the corner to Allen, and back out to Snyder again as the break is spoiled. Low post, Merriweather drives, Randolph drive, shoots, block. Sean McAllister on the break, has Pushkar on the wing. Bounce pass is stolen away as Sean took a little bit too much time on the break that time. Here comes Point Park the other way. Bounce pass underneath. Parker, good. Back door open. Parker cashes in. He hasn't even does it. And it's a 5-point game with 3:11 to go. Rudy Marisa says, hold it. Timeout, gang. 3:09 to go. It is Waynesburg 75, Point Park 70. Inbounds, we get a Pioneer Patty Cake foul as Jackets inbounded at midcourt, and Derek Samuels, the injured party, or the victim of that little tappy tap, will be at the line now to shoot the 1-and-1. That makes 9 on the night for Derek. 77-70 as we get set to tick inside. 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. It's prime time, as Al McGuire would say. And here's Point Park in low along the baseline to Parker. Back out to the point to Snyder. Snyder works from the point, goes to Parker on the wing. Over there on the left side, ball knocked away. They trap Parker in the corner, in trouble. Dumps it off to Allen. Allen has it stolen away, but it goes out of bounds before Theron Hogue could save it from going out of bounds following the attempted steal, the out-of-bounds line. So Point Park will inbound it from the side with 21 seconds to go in the shot clock, and they inbound it to Snyder. Snyder takes it into the key, now pulls up, goes to the bounce pass to Randolph. Back to Snyder again. Snyder starts down into the corner. He's trapped. Gets it back out to Allen with a bounce pass. Back to Snyder. Three-point attempt. No good. Rebound Lee for Waynesburg. Kevin Lee lets the traffic clear in backcourt. Now runs it over the timeline. And they go baseline to Theron Hogue. He fakes and shoots. It's good.
What a move. Theron got the defense up, went under it. From the weak side, puts it in.
Sean McAllister is out of the ball game. Kevin Lee in at point guard. And we get timeout. 2:16 to go. Jerry Conboy. Ball and Point Park works it on the outside to Snyder. Snyder to Parker. Parker flips it in the lane to Carr. Carr can't take it inside. Has to go back outside to Phillips. Phillips to Snyder. Snyder baseline to Randolph, and he's fouled as Kelly Randolph tried to make the power move, was stripped of the ball, but a foul called on the Yellow Jackets. And who's it going to be on?
Ricky Pushkar, I'm sorry to say.
That's all for him. He leaves with 1:54 to go in the ball game. But what a night he's had. He'll leave having scored 27 points. And he gets a nice round of applause from the Waynesburg people across the way. And fine game tonight for Rick Pushkar. And a big pat on the back from everybody on the bench. And high fives as he moves down to get a cup of water. Rick Pushkar leaves having scored 27 points. And with 1:54 to go, for Point Park at the line will be Kelly Randolph. Vance Walker comes in to replace Pushkar. I thought they'd bring Clark in there to when he goes down, but the freshman, Vance Walker, gets the call.
The ball handler, the shooter, they need an offensive producer, and Vance Walker's in.
Pulled down by Samuels, cleared to Lee. Kevin Lee runs it over the timeline. Now pulls up near the top of the key and goes to Vance Walker. The Jackets are into that five-man weave once again. Hogue handling the ball now for Waynesburg, and we're down to 1:35 left to play in the game. A steal, Point Park. Off the steal, they flip it to Snyder. Back to Randolph. Shot up good, and the foul called on the play.
Blocking on Kevin Lee, who got there late. He was 2-on-1 and was shifting back and forth, playing the ball.
Excuse me, the shot did not go in, so he'll go to the line to shoot two. I just broke the point on my pencil. Him at 79-72. Kevin Lee into forecourt quickly for Waynesburg. Now throws it up. And
yeah, he hung in the air. Looked like he wanted to pass. Changed his mind in midair and makes the two.
Big bucket for the Yellow Jackets. 81-72 as Point Park goes inside. They go to Randolph. He's working against Samuels, and Derrick called for the personal foul.
Derrick is second. So
first foul number 45, Derrick Samuels, that's the second. Kelly Randolph is 2-2.
Montgomery for Waynesburg, and a whistle. Foul called Point Park. On the rebound, we get Parker called for the personal foul.
59 remaining in the ball game. Rick Pushkar just a minute ago.
And now at the line, Rob Montgomery, the sophomore. Montgomery, 15 on the evening, 83-73 with 1:14 to go. Point Park needs some points in a hurry. They go to Phillips. Phillips back outside into the ball game, and a shot from three-point range. Parker, no good. Rebound taken by Waynesburg, and Hogue is fouled in backcourt. Theron got the rebound. It was fouled immediately to stop the clock with 1:02 to go. 1 missed, and the rebound goes to Waynesburg. Ahead to Kevin Lee. Lee on to Clark. Lays it up. But he's fouled.
A real big push that time by Carr. His fourth personal foul. And what an assist by Lee. And Clark makes the 2 points, just almost bent in half as he's pushed, and he still throws it in.
Well, that ought to do it. It makes it a 12-point basketball game, and Terry Clark, rebound taken by Waynesburg. Montgomery, no. Rebound, Point Park. And a steal in backcourt by Clark, but a foul called on Clark on the steal. He picked the pocket of Jeff Phillips, but in doing so had to get
4 high fives coming off the starters.
All right, so Montgomery goes out, and who else I see down there?
Theron Hogue's checking out.
All right. Oh,
Derrick Samuels is out.
49 seconds left to go in the basketball game, and at the line now to shoot the 1-and-1 is Jeff Phillips. And it's good. 2 is in. And some more substitutions now as Point Park brings in some reserves as Carr kind of limps off the field, off the floor. And a foul in the inbounds with 1 second gone. We're down to 49 seconds as Kevin Lee gets fouled on the inbound. Down to a 10-point lead here.
Bob Matraska
A lot of people heading for the exits, and I believe Rudy Marisa has more or less conceded that the Jackets have this one well in hand, having cleared the bench with 55 seconds to go. Here's Kevin Lee at the line now to shoot 1-1 for the Yellow Jackets. Point Park and into forecourt. Long pass goes to Phillips. Three-point attempt is no good. Rebound is taken by Waynesburg. 4. Outlets to Lee. Long pass to Walker. Vance Walker is fouled as he goes up for the layup. That'll be a two-shot intentional foul, and the Jackets will get the ball after Vance Walker goes to the line to shoot 2. I'll call, and they can just run out the clock now as the shot clock is turned off. And before that, we get a timeout called. Waynesburg, 36 seconds to go in the basketball game. It's Waynesburg 86, Point Park 75. We're down to 29 seconds to go, and Waynesburg with Carafa in there handling the ball. We get a whistle as they go to Clark in the corner, and I believe Terry Clark was fouled. After tonight, Point Park will be 4-11. They will be 2-2 in District 18. Waynesburg will be 3-1.
A free throw lane violation on Pat Robinson.
So that negates any effort by Clark on the 1-1. It's still 86-75, the Jackets lead. And here come the Pioneers. Last gasp. Petrashka goes to Wild. Wild's in the corner. One hand three-pointer, no good. Follow-up around the rim, no good. Rebound taps up good, and timeout called. Point Park with 15 seconds to go. I didn't see who got the tap.
Kelly Randolph.
Kelly thrown away by Point Park. Shot up good, and a foul call. No, a timeout called on the play. The shot was good by Parker. He immediately called timeout with 12 seconds to go. It's 86-77 now. And now to Lee. Lee into the lane, drive, shoots, knocked away. Point Park up with it with 5 seconds to go. Long pass is thrown away. And with 3 seconds to go, Waynesburg will inbound it in backcourt. They'll just get it to somebody in a black uniform. Kevin Lee takes it. He'll let the time run out. That's the end of the game. The Jackets win it. Tough road game. Big win for Rudy Marisa here in Pittsburgh. And the winning streak against Point Park now goes to 9. And the Jackets have not lost to Point Park here since 1980. All right, Frank?
It's just a great evening for Yellow Jacket fans. They saw the Waynesburg offense work probably as well as it has all season, except for the infamous Fairmont game that Jerry Conboy spoke of, that he scouted, if you remember, way back. This was, again, Rick Pushkar's one of the finest evening. In an exhibition, he had 30 against Wheeling, second game of the year at College Gym. This is a road game. Rick Pushkar comes in with 27 whopping points, 3 for 4 from the foul line, fouls out with 1:54 to go. What an effort for a guy who was a little bit maligned here by the team. He wasn't playing up to his potential and was actually told to hit the showers down at West Liberty less than a month ago. And he has come back to play some of the most spectacular basketball of his college career at Waynesburg College. He's now a senior, a scholastic 3.25, so a scholastic All-American. Rick Pushkar is a tremendous asset. Yellow Jackets need him. He is definitely the scoring machine. Darren Walls is the guy that can really excite you. Now, tonight, Darren didn't have a lot of points, but he had 8, and they were quality points. He had a good steal, many block shots, and assists. So that's something maybe Darren Walls is going to help in his assists. Point guard, still suspect. It's floating around. Tonight, Sean McAllister with 9, and Kevin Lee comes in off the bench to score 4. It's better. Things are getting better. Coach Rudy Marisa has to be pleased. They're starting to get in shape. They have another tough month to go yet before you can say we're ready for the playoffs, John. So the road's not over, nor is things like Westminster again, 2 games against the Bearcats of St. Vincent College, another one to go here. And I'll tell you what, LaRoche doesn't play too easy either.
Yeah.
They gave us a rough game. It's a good match up there, so look at them when they come up to the college gym.
Okay. And that'll be coming up in February. Our next opponent will be Davis and Elkins, the non-district opponent, and that'll be on Thursday night, 7:10 airtime from Elkins, West Virginia. Monday night at St. Vincent. That's a big ball game for the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a hostile crowd there. Rudy Marissa and his players could use all the support they can get from the fans who might be able to make it to Latrobe on Monday night for the encounter against St. Vincent. You know they're going to have a big crowd there. Their student body will be there, and they'll be laying for us because it's been 2 years since Waynesburg has been in Kennedy Hall, and there's an awful lot of bad feeling between the two teams, or between the fans, more so than the two teams. Most of the players involved in that incident 2 years ago with St. Vincent have moved on and are no longer playing college basketball, but the fans still remember things, and it's going to be a loud and noisy place, and Waynesburg's going to need all the noise they can get from the fans that can make it down there. We'll be there, and our airtime Monday night from St. Vincent will be 7:40. Well, let's take a break to go to the book now, and let Frank Busick tell you how we won it.
High score for the Point Park Pioneers was Kelly Randolph, 22 points. He shot 8 for 13 from the free throw line. Mike Carr was in for 14 points, 4 for 8 from the line. And the other double-digit figure was Gary Parker in off the bench, 6-man. He was 2 for 2 from the line for his 14 points. 6 points for Tony Merriweather. He had a 3-pointer. And also 2 points for Davis Palmer, who had 1 field goal in the second half. Again, Jeff Phillips, 17 points in the first half, 4 in the second half for 21 points. He had 3 3-pointers. All of his damage was keeping the Point Park Pioneers within 9 points of the Yellow Jackets in the first half. The Yellow Jackets scoring was 9 points for Sean McAllister, 3 for 4 from the line. Darren Walls was in with 12, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, and 2 3-pointers tonight, all in the first half. He had 10 points in the first half, only 2 free throws in the second half. He had a technical foul called on him for grasping the ring and fouled out with 3:59 remaining. Rob Montgomery, 8 in the first half, 7 in the second half, in with a fine performance tonight, 7 for 8 from the free throw line for 15 points for Rob Montgomery. Theron Hogue, another night in the first half, he had 6 points, was rolling along, but only got a field goal in the second half. Played strong defense. Theron 8 points tonight. Rick Pushkar, the big scorer, 27 points, high in the game, high for the Yellow Jackets, and with 1:54 in the game, he fouled out. He had 11 in the first half and 16 in the second half, and no 3-pointers, all the hard way. 3 for 4 from the line was Rick Pushkar. 9 points for Derek Samuels, 9 with 3 for 3 from the line off the bench, 7 in the first half and 2 in the second half. Terry Clark in with 3 points. Terry had a field goal, 1 for 3 from the foul line in the second half. Vance Walker, 0 for 2 from the line, did not score, and Kevin Lee scored 4 points for the Yellow Jackets. He shot 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. The Yellow Jackets, as a team, shot 21 for 27 from the line, while the Point Park Pioneers shot 17 for 26 from the line. So beat by 4 points from the charity stripes, but countering that was 3-point shots. They had 4, while we only had 2 from the 3-point area. So the Yellow Jackets tonight, strong, good offensive rush. The Point Park Pioneers couldn't stay with them. They rallied to come within 5 in the waning moments of the game, but the Yellow Jackets, after a few timeouts, came back with a good finish in the last minute, an 87-79 strong victory. Everyone has to be pleased. That was probably one of the finest performances against a legitimate District 18 team this year, John. So again, 87-79, Waynesburg College victorious.
Okay, and our next broadcast will be a Thursday night from Elkins, West Virginia, D&E, and our airtime will be 7:10. Our producers back at the studio tonight have been Bill Price and Steve Keener. This is John Loper speaking for Frank Busick, saying so long from the north side of Pittsburgh. And again, the final score tonight, Waynesburg 87 and Point Park 79. This has been a WANB Sports production.
Yellow Jacket basketball has been brought to you in part by Stroh's Beer. Now you're talking good times, and Stroh's is spoken here. By Mario's Pizza. Call Mario's VIP Pizza line at 852-25...
Away.